Let's dive into some quick uh, entertainment topics right here, Rhodes. The Sound of Freedom, man, I believe is actually going to hit $100 million now because it crushed it at the box office this past weekend. And we know the big movie that came out, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, which was fantastic. I went and saw it on Friday. Highly recommend you guys actually go see it. But however, that movie actually did a little bit less than expectations. And the reason I believe is because Sound of Freedom was number 2 at the box office. I believe it had like a $24 million weekend. It crushed it. Even with Mission Impossible, we're talking about Tom Cruise here. This $14.5 million movie did a great job. But I believe that word of mouth with Mission Impossible, and the budget for Mission Impossible, I believe, was like $290 million. Now, of course, I believe that movie can actually get away with it because I believe the movie's going to end up like $1.4 billion at the box office because it's still overall crushed it. I believe it had like a $234 million weekend or something like that.
Yeah, well, not only that, but the international on Mission Impossible is going to be insane.
Oh, it was massive.
Yeah, it was already off to an insane start internationally. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Disney had this movie, Sound of Freedom, and just dropped it. And boy, Indiana Jones just crossed, I believe, 300 million. A movie that needs probably 900 million plus to break even. It's dead. It is dead. Now, let me actually bring up the box office here to show you guys. I should have already had it up, but I didn't. So, box office mojo right here.
Oh, is it actually going to beat? It may not even beat Solo in a full box office run.
So Solo finished with how much?
392 million. All in.
Indiana Jones is not beating Solo, man. It's only at 302.3 worldwide. Now, it's still showing 4,600 theaters, but Oppenheimer comes out this weekend.
Oh,
yeah. It ain't getting 4,600 theaters.
Yeah.
This movie's dead on arrival. It's dead, man. But look at this here. This is astonishing right here. Sound of Freedom here, 85.5 million right now. It did 10.2 million on a Saturday with Mission Impossible. 9.2 million on a Sunday. Now, Indiana Jones, and it actually beat Indiana Jones too. So, look at this. 4.9 million on the Saturday.
Wow.
For Indiana Jones.
Wow.
This movie is done.
And do you know there's still different reports of various things happening while people are trying to watch this film? Like one guy went out there and was saying something like they had some kind of weird situation where all of a sudden the theater was saying they couldn't get the film to play, so they offered them free tickets to a different movie, and just weirdness around this thing. People saying that when they log in to try to order tickets, the theater is showing that it's sold out, but yet there are tickets available, but the ticket outlet is not showing that they're available. Just strange things. Like, yeah, one person took a video where they were showing the inside of a theater, and it was like our theater showed that this movie was sold out, and there's nobody in here. So it's just strange, like the weirdness around Sound of Freedom, and getting this to just be a normal movie. Like, just let it be a normal movie far as how it's handled. I mean, there should be a movement to, like, up the screens for it significantly and all that.
Well, it did. I believe it did add more on screens because there was more demand for it. So they did do that.
But they didn't up it, but like 300 screens or something.
Yeah, I think like 300 or 400, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm going to be curious to see how it actually does with Oppenheimer coming out this weekend too. So
Which
now you
looks
got
really good.
I know I'm going to see it. So you got
looks really
Oppenheimer, and you also got Mission Impossible. I'm going to be curious to see what they do. But Indiana Jones is dead. But with that being said,